crisis engulfing Afghanistan is being directed as Pakistan. So what is their response to this? I'm joined now by Pakistan's National Security Advisor, Mr. Yousaf. Thank you, sir, for joining us here on the program. You were just hearing there from Afrasid Katak, who is, like so many people, including many in Afghanistan, pointing the finger of blame at Pakistan. What's your response to that?
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I was not informed that I was here to respond to an analyst and an opposition party member. I was told that I was here to speak to you and give you the position that we have. In any case, it's been done now, and I don't think it should be done in this way. Look, I think we can continue this conversation. We saw trends on Twitter saying, oh, Pakistan is the problem, sanction Pakistan. We looked into that. 65% were bots. The others were being done by Afghan government Indian accounts. We can continue this conversation. We have a country in crisis. Afghanistan, every single day the city is falling. There is violence. The world needs to focus on how to get to a political settlement immediately so that Afghan lives are spared. We can play the blame game. That's fine. We can continue doing that. Right now, Pakistan's only focus is on peace, political settlement, working with the US and other international community members who seem to have abandoned Afghanistan yet again, to try and convince them. Now, we cannot sit on the sidelines. We have to make this happen for the sake of the average Afghan.
Mr. William, I'm just going to jump in there, because what Afrasid Katak was saying there, and I know that you say you don't want to directly respond to what he's saying, but he's saying the civilian government in Pakistan is a very different entity to the security establishment, and it's the security establishment that are funding, harboring, supporting and training the Taliban. In fact, the Interior Minister of Pakistan on the 27th of June, Sheikh Rashid Ahmad, said, the Taliban live here in Pakistan, sometimes their dead bodies arrive, and sometimes they come here in hospitals to get medical treatment.
Yes, ma'am. These people, their parents were Afghan refugees. Some of them were born in Pakistan, some of them married in Pakistan, because the world abandoned Afghanistan as it is doing now, and we had to deal with these people who were thrust upon us. Pakistan has 3.5 million refugees even today in our country. No other country has been so generous. Let me also make
But the point is about the sanctuaries that exist. I mean, the former head of Pakistan's intelligence service, General Asad Durrani, said when Pakistan was asked about whether it was playing a double game here on the BBC, he said we have many games happening at any given time. We have balls up in the air, and we don't deal with things in a straight line. Sometimes people are our friends and sometimes they're not. The former president of Pakistan, General Musharraf, has said to the Wall Street Journal that we've used the Taliban as part of a proxy war in Afghanistan.
Ma'am, if you allow me to respond, it'll be good. First of all, the first gentleman retired about 25 years ago when Pakistan and the US and the West, including the UK, were in this great war against the Soviet Union, which Pakistan worked with the West on, and it was eulogized always. Suddenly, we are talking about terrorism. I don't want to talk about the past. Let me just say this very simply. Pakistan stands for peace and only peace. The regions in Afghanistan that have fallen to the Taliban happen to be on the other side of Afghanistan, west and north. What has Pakistan? I mean, even if you were to create an allegation, it should be logical. The point is very simple. You say people go from here. Let me just tell you, give you a couple of facts. Pakistan has fenced the entire border. Pakistan has said, let's put biometrics so that we know every single person crossing. Afghanistan government refused. Fencing, they opposed. Pakistan is saying, let's go to a visa regime so that no illegal crossing can happen. Afghan government, not for it. If there was anybody going from here that Pakistan wanted, would we be closing the border? Would we be manning the border? Or should Afghanistan be eager to close it? I think sincerity on the other side needs to be looked at. There are real questions.
Mr. Yousaf, unfortunately, we just have a few seconds left on the program, but thank you very much for joining us here on the program. That was Afghanistan special here on BBC World News, an endless war. We will, of course, be continuing our coverage. Thank you very much for joining us here for this special. We'll be back in the next few minutes.